Welcome back to Ta-da 3D Printing. This is an Ikea dollhouse. Technically a shelf that looks like a dollhouse, but not only do they sell them as dollhouses with toys, but people repurpose them for many other types of dollhouses. So about 3 years ago, when I was already going to be going to Ikea, I decided to purchase one of these as a blank slate. I already make miniatures, so I thought it would be a great project. And my mom decided that she wanted one as well. So these are the photos that I sent her talking her into an Ikea dollhouse. So of course, when I visit my parents' house, I'm obsessed with this dollhouse. Just like my mom, she didn't purchase any of my dollhouse furniture because she didn't like the style. She wanted it to be completely different style. So it's definitely a collaboration of different furniture pieces, different sets she got at different places, but it's completely her style. The things that she put in there, the butterflies, everything is definitely very much my mother. So I went through and set it up how she had it set up when she first got it. I remember having multiple conversations with her about this, and then my nephew, her grandson, wanted to play with it, so she ended up getting some dolls as well later, and so he could play with the dollhouse. So of course I'm going to leave the dollhouse in my parents' house, leave it for my nephew to still be able to play with the dolls. There's even one specific one that he says is him because it's got curly hair. It seems that many other people were also wanting to use these houses because soon after we each purchased and finished out our houses, they went completely out of stock. They were gone for a really long time, to the point that I decided to, during COVID, to make my own version of it that I would 3D print. I only made one because it was so gigantic that the original Ikea dollhouse was running like $35 to purchase. The filament alone on this thing was way more than that, and I had to make it in several parts with the different rooms to move together because it was just so big. I even made the floors and windows, roof, everything to go with it as well. I made and sold only one, but I still have that design. So I combined it as one single piece and pulled it into Bambu slicer. Rather than making this the full size, which clearly is not going to happen, I decided that since I make miniatures, I might as well make a miniature of Mom's miniature house. If you're at all into miniatures, the scale of the Ikea dollhouse is 1/12. So to make a miniature of that, to go from 1/12 and have a 1/12 dollhouse, I would end up having a scale of 1/44. So instead of being about 22 inches big, this one is just a hair under 2 inches. And if I printed it in just a single color, I'm looking at about 24 minutes on the Bambu. But the Ikea dollhouse is 2 colors. It's wood and it has a white back. So I really would like to make the back white as well. So I go through and paint this. The back walls I paint white. And on the full-size Ikea dollhouse, those back walls are white on both sides. So I attempt to see if I can make this white on the back, but I don't like that it looks different. It doesn't have the walls that pull through. So I think I prefer, if I'm going to have white and it's going to be a solid color on the back, I think the solid wood looks a little bit better. So the 2 colors together, we're going to be in the 30-minute range. 30-minute prints are my new favorite. They just knock out so quickly. I feel like this was done before I even noticed, and I do have true color change on that back wall. It's white, which is correct. I think it turned out really cool. I think it's very similar in style, and I'm okay with the very back being wood if that's what it needs to be. I like this size. This is the 144, but I feel like I want to make one even a little bit smaller and compare, because technically I make 2 scales. I make 112 and 124, so I want to make a 124, which I guess would be like a 1288 scale. I don't know, it's going to be very small, so I just half what I already have on the build plate, and this is going to take about 20 minutes or so. And it looks like the color is more like what I wanted. I didn't want completely solid wood on the back. I wanted kind of the sidewalls to show through wood and then have white. So I'm curious to see how that's going to look. And I wanted to run my infill straight. Sometimes when I'm running really small things, I wonder if they're even going to print right at all. So I was happy to see that this didn't just turn into a little ball. But the back wall, with me trying to do the straight infill or the straight lines, made it a little bit gunky looking. I don't love that. Also, with my design on the top roof, there's kind of a little bit of a gap there, which is definitely something to do with my design. The larger size didn't have it, so I think just scaling it down that small, it had some issues with that. This is really cute. I really like this super little one, and I like that the back looks better, that I've got kind of white and wood, but I think it's just going to be too small to make any furniture to go in it. So I'm going to maybe play around a little bit with the furniture sizes and see which one I end up with. Let me know which size that you like better, if you have any other tips or tricks for getting the coloring right. Thanks for watching.